Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars and welcome to another PlayStation 4 review, and a bit of a retro review at that. Now this is my review for Batman Arkham Asylum. Now this was originally released in 2009 on the previous consoles. However, this version is the Return to Arkham pack, where you get all three of the Arkham games. You get Arkham Asylum, you get Arkham City and Arkham Knight. And certainly if I get time I will definitely try and give a review for Arkham City and Arkham Knight. But those are bigger games, so it'll take a little bit more playing to get through. Now, at the time when this came out by Rocksteady, I think it's fair to say that superhero games hadn't really been doing well. Their track record was not brilliant, so I don't think many people were expecting an awful lot from this game. I certainly wasn't. And then it was released and it was an absolute revelation at the time, and it was just received so brilliantly by everybody. And it is in the debate for one of the greatest superhero games that's ever been made, and I certainly would argue that it certainly needs to be in that discussion. And this game focuses on Batman, who returns the Joker back to Arkham Asylum. However, Joker has sprung a trap for Batman and he has taken over Arkham Asylum, and it is up to Batman to try and bring some order back to this prison by making his way through it and taking out the bad guys one at a time until he gets to Joker. Now, this game I think was so good on so many different levels. It captured the essence of who Batman was. It used the voice actors that we all know and love. Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill. It used all these voice actors that we were all so familiar with, so it felt authentic. It made good use of all the things that you would expect Batman to do. He does his investigating, he does his grappling, the combat is brilliant. So you really do feel like Batman when you're playing this game. I think it was the first game that had ever done that, certainly from Batman's perspective. And it does it so brilliantly. Now, I think what as well, whereas the other games, Arkham City and Arkham Knight, expanded on this and turned it into like an open world game, successfully so, this is a far more linear experience, but it works because of that. You're moving from one point to the next. You kind of always know where you should be going. Fairly easy to figure out what you should be doing. There's never really any times when you stood scratching your head. Not really with this game. I mean, there are some light puzzles to solve here and there, but it's nothing that doesn't take much in the way of a little bit of thought to figure it out, and the clues are all there really. And they do give you the Riddler things to solve and things like that, but those are pretty much optional for the most part. The Joker puzzle, the Riddler puzzles and things like that. And again, that's something that this game does really, really well. There's loads of these lovely collectibles to pick up along the way, but they're all optional. You can pick up interview tapes at the asylum for Joker and Killer Croc and Harley Quinn, all that kind of stuff, as well as other things to collect along the way. But it's all, like I say, it's all optional. You can speed run this game if you wanted to. It's not a particularly long game. You can usually get through this in 1 or 2 sessions if you remain focused on getting through the story. What this game does brilliantly well is blend stealth gameplay with full-on brutal hand-to-hand action, and it does it in such a way that it feels realistic in regards to Batman. They really understood what the essence of Batman was. The fact that he can't face on machine guns head on, he'll get killed. So what they do in this game is, and they do it so brilliantly, is like the stealth approach, so that you can grapple around rooms and take people out silently and swiftly. and when he does it, you can, when you swoop down and you grab someone, it scares the other people in the room, so it builds up their fear, so you feel even more of a badass. It really connects you to what Batman should be, and every aspect of this, it works. Now the stealth bit works brilliantly. You can't fault it at all, and they've only ever really expanded and improved on that as the games have gone on. But what it also gets right is the combat, and it's so simply done, and it's been copied so often since. It shows you how effective the combat was in this game. And yes, I know it has been proved that other games before this utilised similar ways to do combat. I think it's fair to say that the Arkham games perfected it. So you've got your general strikes, and then you've got your counters, which you need to be really effective at. Then you've got your takedowns, and it's like a dance when you get everything right, and it's a really good feeling. So the combat works brilliantly, and again, they've only ever expanded and improved upon that as the games have gone on, but it's still really good and really effective in this game. You're obviously, because you're Batman, you've got your gadgets. It's quite light in this game, but still it works. You've got your batarangs, you've got your bat grapple thing, you've got your explosive gel, and you've got your code breaker device. They keep it pretty light in this game, but it still works. And again, when you unlock a gadget when you're playing through the game, you feel really badass, and it allows you to access areas that previously you weren't able to, because in this game you kind of will retread over the same area, so it gives you the opportunity to go to areas that were previously locked by using the explosive gel or the device that can unlock areas that you couldn't get to before, etc, or grates that you couldn't pull off by using the bat grapple and all that kind of stuff. So it rewards exploration, this game, as well. The graphics, I think, are still incredible. They look fantastic, obviously because of the Return to Arkham update that it got, graphical update. It looks great still. It's got this real gothic feel about it. It treads lightly in other genres as well. At times it feels like a horror game. The Scarecrow sections of the game are brilliantly done. The Killer Croc level is brilliantly done. It's full on horror, that level. It's very tense and quite frightening. I remember the first time I ever played that level, it was really scary, I thought. So everything's effective, and it makes use of all the bat villains here. They're all pretty much here in some description. You've got your Bane, you've got your Joker, you've got Killer Croc, you've got Scarecrow. They all make an appearance in some way for the most part. And the writing's brilliant. It's a great story, I think. Anyway, it has received some criticism over the years, but I think it's great, and it continues on to the other games as well. You know, the Titan storyline. Yes, the final battle with Batman and Joker is a little bit of an anticlimax, all that kind of stuff, and the ending does feel a little bit rushed, I guess you could say, but it's near perfection, is this game, for a Batman experience. And I must say, it's a good couple of years since I last played this game, and I've recently downloaded the Return to Arkham pack to replay the games, and I must say I'm thoroughly enjoying replaying this game again. I've completed it a couple of times in the past. Really enjoying revisiting Batman Arkham Asylum. It is definitely a wonderful superhero game, and it is one that I think if you've never played, you certainly should be playing, and you can certainly pick up this Return to Arkham pack now in sales most of the time now on the PlayStation Store. It's in there very regular, I notice, and it's just a brilliant game. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's an almost flawless game. You could argue at times it gets a little bit repetitive with the combat, but I just really love it. I think it's really immersive. It's really cool. You feel really badass as Batman. It's got all the villains. It ticks them all off. They're all in there, and they all make an appearance, and it's just wonderful to see Batman and Joker going head to head once again. So yeah, if I get time I will review the others, but I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope I've inspired you to maybe try it again. So thank you very much for watching, everybody, and of course I will be back with more reviews and PlayStation 4 reviews, etc. on Screen Stars very, very soon.